Hello students, in this video I am going to solve the most expected question NEET 2020 from the chapter electrochemistry. Let me solve the question one by one. Zinc rod is placed in 100 ml of 1 molar copper sulfate solution so that the molarity of the copper ion changes to 0.7 molar. The molarity of the sulfate at this stage will be. Okay, now see this one here. So we have to identify the concentration of the sulfate ions here. Okay, so initially they are given the which one, they were the copper sulfate. Let me write the copper sulfate. Okay, so the copper sulfate undergoes the ionized to give the which one, the Cu2 plus SO4 2 minus. So what is the initial concentration we are having? That is the 1 molar, and here also we are having the 1 molar, and here also the concentration will be the 1 molar. Okay, but see this one here after the reactions. Okay, so once the reaction is completed, okay, that means after the reaction, the sulfate ion, okay, so you just identify the sulfate ion remains the same. That means after this one, the sulfate ions remains the same. That means so the concentration that also remains the same. That means whenever the zinc rod is dipped to the place it to the which is the copper sulfate solutions here, that will be changes to the zinc sulfate, but the concentration of the sulfate that will be remains the same. So the concentration will not change for the which in the sulfate. Okay, so hence you can identify the particular concentration, that is which one. Initially what you are having here, that is which one, the 1 molar, that is the copper sulfate. Okay, here also we are having which is the 1 molar the copper sulfate. Okay, that means the concentration of the sulfate will be the same. Okay, hence the option will be the B. Okay, next one. The time taken by the galvanic cell which operates almost ideally under reversible condition at a current of 10 to the power of minus 16 ampere to deliver 1 mole of electron is. Okay, just you have to identify the which in the time taken. So we know that the Q which is equal to what? I into T. Okay, so now you have to remember this concept, the charge on 1 mole of an electron. The 1 mole of an electrons which is equal to which is the 1 Faraday. So the 1 Faraday is nothing but the which is the 96,500 coulomb. Okay, what you have to calculate, that is the T. So what is the Q value we are having? That is the 96,500. The T, that is the ampere. There is a current that will be the which is the 10 to the power of minus 16. The T which is equal to, so 96,500 into 10 to the power of 16. Okay, so which is equal to the 9.65. 9.65 into 10 to the power of 20. That is the second. Okay, so in this case the option is the which one? That is the C. Okay, next one. During the electrolysis of water, 4 mole of electrons were transferred from anode to cathode. Okay, the total volume of gases produced at STP will be approximately. Okay, now you just identify this one. So now you have to identify during the electrolysis what are the products we are going to get. Okay, just go this one here. So during the electrolysis of water, okay, so just identify this one here. We can identify there is a liberation of the hydrogen gas as well as the oxygen gas. Okay, the hydrogen gas is liberated at the which is the cathode, and oxygen gas is liberated at the which is the anode. Okay, just identify during the electrolysis it liberates. During the electrolysis of the water, okay, it liberates exactly the which is the half mole of the which is the hydrogen. That means 1 mole of any gas liberates 22.4 liters at STP. If it is the half mole, what you are going to get? That is the 11.2 that is the 2 liters of the which is the hydrogen gas. Similarly, if you just identify this one, okay, so during the electrolysis of the water, here also you are going to, there is a liberation of the which in the oxygen at the anode, but the volume what you are going to get, it is a which in the 5.6, that is the liter. That means on passing the which is the 1 Faraday, that means this much of the volume of the gases we got on passing. That means the total volume what you are going to get is 16.8 liters of the gas is collected on passing for the which is the 1 Faraday. That means on passing 1 Faraday of the current, okay, it liberates 16.8 liters of the gas. That includes the volume of the hydrogen as well as the oxygen here. But here what we passed here, the 4 mole of the electrons. Okay, so for 4 mole, okay, for 4 mole of electrons is nothing but the which is the 4 Faraday. If you pass the 1 Faraday, you're going to get the 16.8. If you pass the 4 Faraday, that means 4 into 16.8, so which is equal to which is the 67.2 liters, which is equal to which is 67.2 liters, and the option is which one? That is the A. Okay, next one. The standard cell voltage for the cell. Okay, we are having a lead electrode and also we are having the tin electrode is minus 0.01 volt. If the cell is to exhibit the E cell which is equal to 0, the value of the log of molar concentration of the tin ion and also the which is the lead ion should be. Okay, let me take the particular reactions here. So lead electrode is placed in the which is the left hand side, the tin electrode is placed in this is the right hand side. Okay, so we know that left hand side always it undergoes the oxidation. Let me write the overall cell reaction. Lead, okay, whenever it reacts with the particle, this is the tin, that is the ion, that is it is a aqueous. Okay, so which gives the lead ion, that is the Pb2 plus, and also what you are going to get, that is the Sn, it is the solid. So if you apply the Nernst equations, we are having the equation, that is E cell which is equal to E naught cell minus 0.0591 divided by N into log concentration of the product. I'm going to take only the ions, the lead ion to the which is the tin ions. Okay, so now what you have to get, that is the E cell value should be the 0. Okay, that means I'm going to write the E cell which is equal to 0. E naught cell will be the which in the minus 0.01. So 0.0591. So N value, that means the changes in the electron, that will be the 2. Okay, into log concentration of the lead ion to the which in the concentration of the which is the tin ion. Okay, now see this one. So this value I'm going to take it in the which is the left hand side, that becomes the plus 0.01 which is equal to minus 0.0591 divided by 2 into log the concentration of the lead ion to the concentration of the which is the tin ion. Okay, just go this one here. But here the question is which is the value of the log concentration of the Sn2 plus. That means here it is in the denominator by changing the sign. Okay, just identify this one here, 0.01. I'm going to change the this sign here, that becomes 0.0591 divided by 2 into log concentration of the tin to the which is the lead. Okay, so here we are going to get like this. That means what you have to calculate only this one. Okay, I'm going to solve here. Log concentration of Sn2 plus to the which one? The concentration of the lead ion. Okay, which is equal to 0.01 into 2. So divided by the 0.0591. Okay, that value that becomes the 0.33. Okay, hence in this case the option is which one? That is the A. So next one. The hydrogen electrode is dipped in a solution of pH 3 at 25 degrees Celsius. The reduction potential of the electrode would be. Okay. So especially this is the particle the pH, that means the acid solutions they are given here. Okay. So let me write the particle the reduction reactions here. The H plus gains the 1 electrons, which gives you the half, that is the H2. Okay. So let me write the Nernst equation, that is the E cell which is equal to E naught cell, okay, minus 0.0591 divided by the N into log. So if in the product side what you are having the gas, okay, I'm going to take it as the 1 value, because at this particular the conditions the value will be the 1. Okay, and I'm going to take the which is the reactant side. This is the concentration of the product by the reactant. Reactants what you are having the H plus here. Okay, so now let me calculate the E cell here. So for the standard hydrogen electrode, the E naught cell value is the 0. So 0.0591. Okay, what is N value here? The N value is the 1. Okay, just identify this one. So just you have to remember the what exactly the pH. The pH is nothing but the negative logarithm of concentration of H plus. This also be written as a which in the log 1 divided by the concentration of the H plus. This is nothing but the pH. That means this is nothing but the which is the pH. So what is the pH they are given? That is the 3. Okay. So now the E cell value that becomes, here you are going to get the minus 0.1773 volt. Okay. In this case the option is which one? That is the C. Okay. So next one. the zinc electrode and the copper electrode here. Okay, that is the E0 cell for the cell is the 1.10 volt at 25 degrees Celsius. The equilibrium constant for the cell reaction is of the order. Okay, so let me take the particular this one here. So we know that is the E0 cell, which is equal to 0.0591 divided by n into log Kc. Okay, so here the E0 cell value they are given the 1.10. So 0.0591. Okay, just identify here the loss and gain of electrons will be the n is equal to the 2, and the next thing is the log, that is the Kc. Okay, so now what will be the log Kc we are going to get, that is the 1.10 into 2 divided by 0.0591. Okay, now you just go to this one here. Now here the log Kc, the value what you are going to get is the 37.22. I'm going to take the approximate value, that is of the 37. Okay, so what is Kc? That is nothing but which is the anti-log of 37. The anti-log of 37 is nothing but which is the 1 into 10 to the power of 37. Okay, hence in this case the option is which one? That is the B. Okay, so next one. The pressure of hydrogen required to make the potential of the hydrogen electrode 0 in pure water at 298 Kelvin is. Okay, so see this one here. So okay, let me write the particular the reduction reactions for this one here. So 2H plus 2 electrons, okay, which gives you which one? That is the 1 mole of the which one? Hydrogen gas. Okay, so let me write the Nernst equations here. That is the E cell, which is equal to E0 cell minus 0.0591 divided by n. Okay, directly I'm going to take the n value, that is the 2 into log. See this one here. I can take which into the pressure of the hydrogen gas, because you have to calculate the pressure of the hydrogen gas to the which is the concentration of H plus power the 2. Okay, just go this one here. So the E0 cell for the hydrogen electrode, the value is the 0. So minus 0.0591 divided by the 2, okay, into log. So the pressure of the hydrogen gas divided by the concentration of the H plus. Okay, so for the pure water, the concentration of H plus, which is equal to which is the 1 into 10 to the power of minus 7. Okay, I'm going to take this value in this form, that is the 10 to the power of minus 7, that is the power 2. Okay, now in order to get the value, that means if you want to get the E cell, okay, just identify this one here. So the potential of hydrogen electrode, that means you just go to this one here. The potential of hydrogen electrode should be the 0. That means in order to get the 0, what about this value? You have to get the log 1. Log 1 value that refers to which is the 0. Okay, just go to this one here. So here, just go to the next one here. That is the 0 minus 0.0591 divided by 2 into log. Okay, let me write this one. This is the pressure of the hydrogen gas. This one I can write it into the 10 to the power of minus 14. I want to get this value will be the 1. So hence the pressure of hydrogen should be which one? 10 to the power of minus 14. That is the atmosphere. If you substitute the value, that one here, there is the 0 minus 0.0591 divided by 2 into log. So 10 to the power of minus 14 divided by 10 to the power of minus 14. Okay, so this value that becomes the 1. Hence the E cell value what you are going to get, that will be the 0. Okay, so hence is just identify. If you take the this particular the pressure, what is the value we are going to get? The potential, that is the potential of the hydrogen electrode becomes the 0. That means what should be the pressure we have to take? That is 1 into 10 to the power of minus 14. Okay, in this case the option is which one? That is the B. Okay, so next one. The standard reduction potential of the half reactions are given below. Okay, just go this one here. So let me take the which is the reduction potential, that is the SRP value. Okay, the SRP value. So for the fluorine, okay, SRP value what they are given, that is the plus 2.85 volt. So for the chlorine, there is a particular the electrode, they are given the plus 1.36 the volt, and for the bromine here they are given the plus 1.06 volt, and for the iodine they are given the plus 0.53 volt. Okay, just identify this one. So this is the order in the case of in the decreasing order. Okay, remember the one of the concept here. Okay, lower the value, just identify this one, lower the value of SRP. lower the value of SRP, that is what the greater is the reducing power. Greater is the which is what the reducing power. Okay, so similarly that means the next one is you have to remember this concept also. Higher the value of SRP, higher the value of SRP, okay, that means greater will be the greater is the oxidizing power. The greater is the which is the oxidizing power. Okay, so now you have to identify this one. So if we're talking about the which is the particular the oxidizing power, okay, let me take the oxidizing power. So what is the concept for the oxidizing power here? Okay, that means the higher the value, higher value is for this one. That means the fluorine, they act as which in the strong oxidizing agent. Next comes the chlorine, the bromine, and also next thing is the iodine. For the reducing power, so for the reducing power, okay, you have to identify the this one here. Okay, so now you have to identify the reducing power. Okay, which is the better reducing agent among this one? This is the iodine. Next comes the bromine. Next comes the chlorine. Okay, so next comes will be the which is the fluorine. Okay, what you have to identify? The strongest oxidizing agent. What do you got? That is the fluorine. Okay, reducing agent, that refers to which one? This one. Okay, hence in this case the option is which one? That is the A. Okay, so next one. The molar conductivities, that is a lambda naught m at infinite dilutions for the sodium chloride, HCl and sodium acetate are 126.4, 425.9 and 91.0 Siemens into centimeter square per mole respectively. Lambda naught m for acetic acid is. Okay, so according to the Kohl-Roche's law, it is very difficult. That means it is very difficult to identify the lambda naught m for the which in the weak electrolytes here. Okay, so now we have to select the alternate method. Now see the alternate method here. They're given the strong electrolyte NaCl, HCl, and also what you're having, this is the sodium acetate. I want to calculate the which is the lambda naught m for the which is the weak electrolyte, that is the acetic acid. So you just identify by combining of these two. Okay, let me write this one here. That is the NaCl. We are having the HCl, and also we are having which is the sodium acetate. So just identify by combining out of these, these, that is the three electrolytes. So which of the two electrolytes which gives you the acetic acid? Okay, so that means if you take the this one, the HCl and the this one. Okay, if you take the HCl and also the which is the sodium acetate, on combining these two, what you are going to get? Acetic acid. Okay, see this one here. So the sodium acetate plus HCl on combining to give the which is the acetic acid as well as the which one? You are going to get the which one? The NaCl. Now apply the limiting molar conductivity for this one here. That is the lambda naught sodium acetate plus lambda naught HCl, which is equal to lambda naught acetic acid plus the which in the lambda naught, that is the which in NaCl. Okay, but what we have to calculate, that is the lambda naught for the which in, that is this one. So now I'm going to keep this value as it is here. That is the lambda naught acetic acid. So which is equal to the lambda naught for which one? The sodium acetate plus lambda naught for the which is the HCl minus lambda naught for the which one? The NaCl. So you just identify here lambda naught for the sodium acetate value, what they're given, that is the which one? That 91. Okay, 91.0. Lambda naught for the HCl, they're given the which is the 425.9 minus the 126.4. Okay, now if you do the calculations here, we are going to get the 390.5, that is the Siemens into centimeter square mole inverse. Okay, so now in this case the option is a which one? That is the D. Okay, so next one. The electrode potential of the copper, the Cu2 plus 2 takes the 1 electrons to give the Cu plus, and Cu plus takes up the 1 electrons to give the CuR. 0.15 volt and 0.50 volt respectively. The value of the E naught for the Cu2 plus to the Cu will be. Okay, this is the most important question here. Okay, especially in the NEET and even the JEE, you can expect the one question based on this one. Okay, so let me take the particular this one here. Suppose we are having a particularly the copper, the Cu2 plus. So if I takes the 1 electrons, okay, whenever it gains the 1 electrons, what does it give? This is the cupric is changes to which is the cuprous. Suppose if this cuprous that will be takes you the one more electrons, what you are going to get, that is your the Cu. Okay, let me write this one here. From Cu2 plus to the Cu, you requires how many electrons here? We requires you the 2 electrons. From Cu2 plus to the Cu, you requires how many electrons? That is the 1 electrons you requires. From Cu2 plus to the Cu also, what do you require? That is the 1 electrons. Okay. Now we have to use this equation. That is the delta G naught, which is equal to the minus NF into E naught cell. This is the most important one here. Okay, so let me write this is the sequence, the Cu2 plus to the Cu. Okay, I can write it as a which one, this is the A. Cu2 plus to the Cu plus, I can take it as a which is the B. And for the Cu plus to the Cu, I can take it as a which is the C. Okay, let me write this one, A which is equal to the which is the B plus C. So let me write what exactly the A. Okay, so I'm going to write it in this form, that is the delta G naught here. Okay, just go this one, the delta G naught. Okay, how many electrons we are having? That is the 2 electron, that is the minus 2 F. We don't know what exactly the E naught cell. Let me write the E naught cell as it is. For the B, okay, I'm going to write the which is again the delta G naught. Okay, here the delta G naught for the A. This is the delta G naught for the B. Okay, so what will be the electrons here? There is the 1 electron here into Faraday. So what is the E naught cell value for the Cu2 plus to the Cu plus? They're given the which one? That is the 0.15. Similarly for the C, that means how many electrons it requires? We requires which is the 1 electron, but actually they requires the 1 electrons here. The 1 into 5, sorry, the F into which one? What is the value they're given? That is the 0.50. So let me substitute the particular value here. Okay, I'm going to take this one here. That is the minus 2F into E naught cell, which is equal to, what is B here? I can write as the minus, that is the 1 into 0.15 into F. This is the B. So plus, what is the C we are having here? That is the minus 1 into 0.50 into which is the F. I'm going to take the which is the common term here. Just go this one here. Minus 2F into E naught cell. Okay, so I'm going to take the which is the F, that will be the common term here. Okay, just go to this one here. That is the minus F into. So what you are going to have? 0.15 plus 0.50. Here the F gets cancelled, minus also minus gets cancelled. See the remaining here. E naught cell which is equal to, if you add this one, what you are going to get? That is 0.65 divided by the 2, and here we got the which in the particular value, the E naught cell for the copper electrode, that is 0.325 volt. Hence in this case the option is a which one? That is the C. Okay, next one. So for the reduction of the silver ions with copper metal, the standard cell potential was found to be plus 0.46 volt at 25 degrees Celsius. The value of standard Gibbs free energy. Okay, this is Gibbs energy. Okay, now we have to identify the delta G naught here. So according to the particular the particular reductions of the silver ions with the copper metal here, the copper, they readily undergoes the oxidations. That means this copper loses their 2 electrons, hence you require the 2 Ag plus to gain the 2 electrons to give the 2 Ag plus the which one the Cu2 plus. Okay, so according to the particular equation, so delta G naught, which is equal to which is the minus NF into E naught cell. So what is N value? The N value is the 2. Okay, the F value, that is the 96,500. Okay, into. So what is the E naught cell value they are given? That is the plus 0. That is the 46. Okay, so delta G naught value what we got is, that is the minus. So 88,000, that is the 780, that is the joule. You have to convert in terms of the kilojoule. That becomes which one? The minus, that is the 88.78 kilojoule. Okay, here the approximations they are given, so the option will be the which one? That is this one. Okay, that is the kilojoule. Okay, the minus 89.0 kilojoule. Okay, next one. At STP, 1.12 liters of hydrogen is obtained on flowing a current for 965 seconds in a solution. The value of current in ampere is, okay, just go this one here. So let me take this one here. So if we take the reducer forms of the H plus, that means H plus takes the 1 electrons. What does it give? The half mole of which one? That is the hydrogen gas. Okay. according to this one here, the 1 Faraday requires, okay, which liberates the, which is the half mole of the, which is the hydrogen. Okay, so 1 mole of any gas liberates 22.4 liters at STP. At half mole means what? 11.2. So this 1 Faraday I'm going to take in terms of the word the coulomb. The 96,500 coulomb on passing of this much of the current to the word the acid solution, it liberates the, which is the 11.2 liters of hydrogen gas at STP. Okay, but here you just identify. But during the particular reaction, the 1.12 liters is liberated. So we don't know what exactly the quantity of current we passed here. That is the 96,500 into 1.12. So divided by the, which is the 11.2. Okay. So here what you are going to get, that is the 96, that is 9,650 coulomb. But what you have to calculate is the value of the current. So we know that Q, which is equal to I into T. So I, which is equal to, what is the Q value we got? That is the, so 9650. So what is the time? That is in terms of the seconds, that is the 965, that is the seconds. Hence the value what you are going to get, that is the 10. So that is the 10 ampere. Okay, the option is which one? That is the A. Okay, next one. The equivalent conductance of the M by 32, that is the 1 by 32 molar solution of a weak monobasic acid is 8.0, that is a mole centimeter in the centimeter square, and at infinite dilution is the 4, that is 400 mole centimeter square. The dissociation constant of this acid is, okay. Now you just identify this one here. So now you have to calculate the, which is the dissociation constant. So we know the equation, that is the Ka, which is equal to C alpha square divided by, which is the 1 minus alpha. So we know that for a weak monobasic the acid, that means for the weak electrolyte. So you have to remember this concept. For weak electrolyte, the 1 minus alpha we are going to take approximately, which is equal to, which is the 1. Okay, so now I can take it as a, which is the Ka, which is equal to the C alpha square. In order to calculate the dissociation constant, what you have to know, that is the alpha which is equal to the, which is the lambda m divided by the, which is the lambda naught m. Okay, they are given the lambda m. Okay, so at the particular the concentration, at this concentration the value is the 8. Okay, at infinite dilutions we got the, which is the 400. Okay, let me take this value as it is. So what is the concentration they are given? There is the 1 by 32 m. Okay, that means you got the 1 by 32 into, what is the alpha value we got? That is the 8 divided by 400, that is the square. And now we have to calculate the, which is the dissociation on the Ka, which is equal to, okay, that is the 1.25 into 10 to the power of minus 5. Okay, so in this case the option is a which one? That is the D. The option is which one? That is the D. Okay, next one. An electrochemical cell is set up as, okay, you just identify this one. This is the platinum here, but see this one, hydrogen gas 1 atmosphere, it is dipped in the, which is the particular is the 1 molar HCl. So and the next thing is here we are having acetic acid, the concentration is the same. The EMF of this cell will not be a 0 because acids used in the two compartments are the different here. EMF depends on the molarity of the acid used here. The temperature is constant. The pH of 0.1 molar HCl and 0.1 molar acetic acid is not the same. Okay, so let me take the particular this one here. Okay, that is the acid here. Okay, so they're given the HCl. Okay, let me write the HCl. There is a H plus and the Cl minus. This is dissociation. If you come for the, which is the acetic acid here, okay, so we know that acetic acid is the weak acid. It does not dissociate completely. It dissociates which one? The partially. Okay, dissociate the, which is the partially. Okay, so we know that this is a strong acid. Acetic acid is a, which is the weak acid. Okay, you just identify if they undergoes the complete dissociation. What you can identify is the more H plus. So if the H plus is the more, what happens to the pH? The pH will be the less. That means lower the pH, that is the more will be the acidic one. Similarly, so what you can identify here, we can identify the less, that is the concentration of the H plus, and the pH will be the more. Okay, now we just identify. So if you take these acids having the particular concentration, just identify this one here. So in this concentration, that means the pH is different. Because of the different in the pH, because of the different in the pH, the EMF of the cell will be not equal to the 0. Okay, hence the option is a which one? That is the D. Okay, so next one. Aluminium oxide is reduced by electrolysis at low potential and high current. Okay, if 4.0 into 10 to the power of 4 amperes of current is passed through the molten aluminium oxide for 6 hours, what mass of aluminium is produced? Okay, here they are given the assume 100% current efficiency. Atomic mass of the aluminium is, that is the 27. Okay, so aluminium, the charge for the aluminium will be which is the Al3 plus. According to the theoretical, this is the equations here. Al3 plus, they requires the 3 electrons to give the which is the Al. So 3 electrons means the 3 Faraday. I'm going to take in terms of the which is the coulomb here. 3 into 96,500 coulomb. On passing this much quantity of the current to this particular the electrolytic solutions here, it deposits the 27 gram of which one? Aluminium. Okay, but what we pass, let me calculate the what quantity of the current we passed here. Okay, see this one. So what is the I value they are given? That is the 4 into 10 to the power of 4. Okay, into the time for 6 hours. You have to convert into the second. The 6 into 60 into 60. That means this much of the coulomb we are passed. Okay, let me write the same value here. So if you pass the that much of the quantity of the current, what the mass of the aluminium is deposited. Okay, so we don't know what exactly the mass of the aluminium. That means the mass of aluminium produced, the mass of the aluminium produced on passing this much quantity of the current. Okay, so now see do the cross multiplications here. The 27 into 4 into 10 to the power of 4 into 6 into 60 into 60. So divided by 3 into 96,500. Okay, so after calculating here we got the which is the 80,000, that is the 580 gram. So in terms of the scientific notations, we are going to write, we are going to get 8.058 okay into 10 to the power of 4, that is the gram, into 10 to the power of 4, that is the gram. Okay, so here you have to identify the particular the options here. The option is a which one? That is the A. Okay, it is almost near to the particular value. Okay, option is A.